everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson's Soapery. Today I thought let's go and do a video of packing some orders up, but before that I'm actually taking you in my little warehouse. So in here, this is where I keep everything. I don't know whether you can see behind me, but I'll give you a little look around. And this is actually a spare room in the back of my house, but I thought, you know what, I desperately need some room to store everything. So in here is all the wholesale boxes, jars, things like that. So before we get packing, how about I just give you a little look around so you can see exactly what I get up to. So as I said, we're going to just be at the back of this little room here, and this is a spare room that used to be my son's room. So I thought I'd give you a little look. I've just literally put all these racks up. Oh, I shouldn't say me, my husband did them. And then in here, I've just got, like, you can see all the jars. These are like my Christmas jars, and there's quite a lot of things in here. So I just thought, look, I'll give you a little look around, and it's a bit hard because I'm kind of squished in the corner, but I'm sure you get the idea. All of these containers and boxes and so on. I've given lots of advice and things of where I actually get everything from. So most suppliers I actually use are Pure Candle Supplies, Aussie Candles. I buy some from Aroma, but not a lot. It's mostly Aussie Candles, to be really honest with you, and Pure Candle Supplies. So all the amber jars are from Aussie Candles. They are definitely the cheapest, and like you can see, these are all Pure Candles white jars. They are my favorite jars that I use for all of my things. And then of course these are all the jars and, like I said, containers and things like that. And I can't decide what to do with these containers because I've actually gone to a new one. So I'm going to keep them just in case I run out of something and I can't get something or so on. But that's basically where that is. And then this little wall is where I just keep all of the boxes, bits and pieces. Of course, the cricket box, I thought I won't throw that out in case I need it. Some spare boxes, and of course, just all the things. And up the top, these are all my little things that I would use for my Christmas or if I'm doing markets. But as you all know, I don't do them anymore. But like I said, I thought maybe this was a good idea just to kind of show you a little bit about what I actually do in here. And of course, this is the last rack, which doesn't have that much on, just like some jars and things like that. And of course my labels that I print out on vinyl, and I just try and sort of leave them there. And for anyone else that wanted to know, because I get a lot of questions about my labels, this is literally all I use. This is the print cartridge for my basic printer, which is just a printer from Big W, which is a department store. So it's nothing fancy at all. It honestly isn't. That's all I do. And as you can see here, these are my labels, and they really do look beautiful. These are for my lip balms. So I just sort of say, spend some time making some labels that you really and truly love. And of course, in the corner there that you can see that little black box, that is actually our guest speaking box for the conference that my husband made for the one that's finished, but we'll be using that one every single year. So that's just a little bit about my little back room. And I mean, look how sad this little desk is in the corner, but I don't really use that one. I sit behind the counter doing all my paperwork in the studio. But as I said, this is not the studio, this is just the back room where I keep everything. So it's what I call my stock room. And then of course we're going to go back in the studio now to pack up this wholesale order, and I'll tell you exactly how I've done it. So we are back in the studio now, and of course you can see everything back in here and my rolls of things that I do and so on. And let's go over to this, and this is what I call my packing station. I've tried to reorganize absolutely everything. So in here you'll see these are all the boxes that I use. They're just put inside these little white shelving units, and these shelving units are actually from IKEA. And then on this side, this is where I keep all the other boxes and the tiny baby boxes and things like that. Pretty much all of these come from Aussie Candle Supplies, and these bigger ones here are from Stanley. That's just what I pop my candles in. But I'm hoping to be able to afford in the future to actually get some boxes made up, but we'll see what that's going to entail. I know that's very expensive and I definitely can't afford that right now, but you never know what's up in the future. And then I thought I'll just give you a quick quick look, these are where I keep all of my molds and things like that. So that's just a little quick snippet of a look. But as I said, here in this corner here, this is where we're going to pack everything, and this one here is the big order that I thought I'll take you along and show you what I do. And then these ones here are just the samples. So sometimes I give a sample because it's great to give a sample. They may come back and actually buy something from you, so it is definitely worth it. So let's pop down the camera now that I'm holding it in my hand, and we'll get going with this order. Alright, so we're going to pack this order, and I'm sorry the view is not very good, but with this new tripod I just have not honestly found the best solution for where it's going to sit. So it's kind of giving the downward view and everything is organized, but I know it's looking like it's not organized in this video. But here, one thing that I thought I have to do is I definitely have to cut the directions, which have to go on the back of all of the little pieces that I've got here, because these are the melts that I sell in these little boxes, so they just go on the back. Always give directions and everything that's in them and ingredients and so on. Now this is something, obviously I can't show you the person's name, but here this is just from Shopify. So what I do is I print this out. This is actually the packing slip, and this will literally just tell us on here all the items that they've ordered, which is a few more on that side and so on. So literally what I do is I just grab this one here and then I just mark it off along as we go. Now what you can also do, if you think, oh no, this is such a big order, what am I going to do? I don't have a box big enough. I split the boxes up, and I'll show you what I actually do later. I just tape them all up and then I just wrap a film around the top. And I know we're all trying to, you know, use little plastic, but the problem is we've got to be realistic at the same time here. You know, the product has to be delivered in one piece. So if you can't find a biodegradable option, you definitely need to, you know, find another solution that is going to work with everything as well. So as I said, let's pack this order. Now this is a wholesale order, and while I'm talking I'll actually cut these little bits up, and usually I would do this on the Cricut machine, everybody, but for the back of this it's just a basic square, so it's okay. I can cut these down, and if you don't have a Cricut machine you can definitely just cut your labels by hand. Just try and be really neat. I've always had a really steady hand with things like this, so you know, so I've always cut very well. But if you feel like you can't, you can buy those little guillotine presses as well, and you know, or roll it up first and then just cut over the line. But I'm just going to free cut because, as we can tell, that's just a basic thing anyway. But yeah, as I was saying, so I printed everything out on there, and now, you know, look, we've been talking about this, everybody. I know we all have. Around the world, everyone's saying that things are really quiet at the moment. Things are really hard. And the one thing that is really important, everyone, to remember is I didn't just get these orders by somebody just going on my website and buying it. I actually got these through Trade Square. Trade Square is similar to Fair. So if you're looking at doing wholesale, I definitely suggest you go on one or the other of those. I'm not affiliated with either. I'm on Trade Square only because I'm in Australia and that was my choice. But you know, wherever you are, choose one if you're going to do wholesale, because the thing you have to remember is these platforms, they're already doing all the SEO, they're doing the advertising and everything, and it's really hard for us as just small makers to get those people to come to our site on their own with nothing else. But you know, if you're in one of these sort of platforms, then of course people come there that would never have come to your site or may never have found you before. So that's important to remember, and I do want everyone to understand that, you know, I didn't just get orders overnight. This has taken a number of years, taken close to 4 years for me to get to this stage. I think it's been maybe 3.5 years, something like that anyway. It's been a while. So yeah, so please do understand it does take time. And you know, look, I've never taken a wage in all this time, so I've just literally invested every single cent back into my business. But I know not everyone is in the situation where they can do that. I know a lot of you probably need to earn money, so you can't just invest everything, but try and even invest 20% back so that you can start to buy in bulk, because that is actually where you'll start to earn yourself a living. Buying in small portions, you won't be able to do that. but I just thought, you know, I wanted to get that little disclaimer out there that, you know, I don't get massive orders all the time. And honestly, before Trade Square, I was finding it really difficult. Even retail wise, look, there has been months, look, let's be honest, there's been months here that I've only had one order in the whole month. So, and as all of you know, I'm all over social media. I do everything that I can possibly do without paid advertising. I don't do paid advertising. It's never worked for me, and I just don't have the kind of money that you would need for that to be viable. You need to invest thousands of dollars for that to work. But anyway, I just thought, look, I'll just put that out there to let everyone know. So now with this order, this lady has also ordered quite a few lip balms to go into her store. So I just put them in a box just so that they are a little bit more safe. And I will actually put some biodegradable peanuts in it. But before we do anything else, because now we have literally done all of these ones. These are all the melts that they've bought. So I've just put all of the directions and things like that on the back. So now what I do is I just grab my paper here. Like I said, this is the packing slip. And now I'm going to literally just organize all of the items that are on this, and we'll start putting them in boxes because there's a lot to protect them. And I don't want to have, you know, like these are bath bombs. So I don't want to have 8 layers of bath bombs because it would crush the bottom one. So what I'm actually going to do is put them in a few boxes and then tape the boxes together. It's definitely the safest way to get the product there in one piece. So let's organize the box first, and then we're going to pop everything into them. So I will grab some boxes and I will show you the boxes that I use. So let's go. All right, so to show everyone, these are the boxes I use. These are a die cast one. I actually get these from Stanley Packaging in Melbourne. So it's just a packaging place. No matter where you live, I'm sure they have packing places. I always pop in this little foam sheet here at the bottom. It just protects everything just that little bit more. And of course, I would put bio peanuts or something like that in it if I needed to pop them in. But for now, we're just going to pop this one in here. And like I said, we need to just grab my list here, and as I go along, I'll put that to the side. We will start to mark all of this off. So I'm just going to cut another piece of foam to go this way just to protect it a little bit more. So the first on our list is these beautiful lavender soy candle. So she's just chosen one of those, and sometimes with Wholesale they might choose one of lots of different things because they want to try it out. If they have not bought from you before, don't think, oh gee, they've only bought one thing, because often they are trying it out. So now I will tell you, on Trade Square, the most popular thing I have actually sold is my lily bath bombs. So this is the packaging. I mean, doesn't it look beautiful? I really love this. I spent a lot of time creating all of these patterns. These patterns I've created on Canva. So she has actually bought 4 of these, and I'm not going to fit that much in here, am I? But we can always work around that because I do have lots of different shapes and things like that. But let me just sort it out because that one's a different one. So there is 4 of these. So, and sometimes you can put it that way. I think we might put them sideways. They might fit better. And I do have a lot of packaging on the inside of these as well. So I know that they're fine. I know they won't break. And you do have to really think about that when you're packaging something. Really think, oh, you know, will that actually last wherever it's going? Because especially for these ones, they're going somewhere, you know, interstate. Now, if you can see how I just did that, I turned them when you're packaging, because you've got to remember they're going to open this, and even though it's a store, you want them to, you know, really enjoy that. So every part of my packaging is the same way. So when they open it, they're all going to be exactly the same way. They're going to look beautiful. And now I'm going to just pop in my lip balms in here. I'm going to squish the lip balms down because they'll fit in that gap. You want everything to be as tight as it possibly can. And I definitely know, because this box here is not a box they're going to keep. You know, we just literally want to pop these in here so that everything's nice and tight, and it just protects the lip balm. That's the only reason. It's not in there for, obviously they're not going to sell it like this, but this is literally how I'm just going to do that. And you can see it's nice and tight in there, nothing's going to move. And then of course this is my candle on this side, so let me just mark everything off. All right, let's continue with our packing, everyone. I actually did need to go out to pick up one of my daughters from school, so that's why I stepped out just for a moment. So let's go and pop these ones in. As you know, I was putting on all the labels earlier. These ones here are the beautiful Blooming Rose, my melts as well. And I do get asked quite a lot about where I get these particular little boxes from. I actually get these ones from Sud Off in Australia. So Sud Off actually sold them to me. They do have them on their website, so just go and check them out. We'll see if we can squeeze another one in here, but we don't want to squish it in, so I'll just leave that like that, and we'll pop some peanuts in there in just a moment. But I also do have to put these little ones here. So this is actually some Blooming Rose candles as well for this lovely lady. So let me just mark these ones off. Alright, so I think that's pretty good in there. I'm going to put some biodegradable peanuts in there. So I'll just go and grab them, and then that way I will actually seal this one up. And then that is one of my first boxes done and dusted as well. Also, everyone, if we're talking about boxes, don't think you have to go out and buy these massive boxes. Places like Bunnings, if you're in Australia, they throw away their big boxes. I often go in there and I just get some boxes, and that's what I use to deliver things. It doesn't really matter unless, look, if you want to go down the avenue of getting your name printed on all the boxes, then of course go and buy your own boxes. But for me, that's definitely not a stage I'm up to. I'd love to have all of those things. I mean, we all want to have all those things, but to be honest, at the start, you just can't. It's just so expensive that we just can't afford it. So, you got to crawl before you walk, everyone. So don't feel like you're the only one that has these dreams and they're just not happening. It happens to the best of us. So I just thought I would say that because, I get lots of people saying, oh, well, it'd be better if you had this box, or it'd be better if you wrapped it in this. And yes, they're probably right. But all those things cost so much money. So, and you obviously have to make some money. For me, like I said, I don't take a wage, but I invest it back into buying products, labeling, being able to do wholesale, because being able to do wholesale means you have to have a lot of products on board, or you have to be able to make them within the time. So if you say 5 days is your time frame, to get them and send them out, then you need to be able to make them in a couple of days so you have time to send them out. So, that's really important. And of course, to do that, you would need the material sitting here waiting. So wholesale is all about having the products on board or having them sitting here and waiting. So that's really important for everyone to know as well. I thought I really just wanted to say that because, I do get lots of things on YouTube, people saying this idea would be better, and 100% they're right. But, like I said, you've just got to do what you can afford to do until you grow big enough to be able to, really scale things up and spend a lot of money on that. But like I said, from now, this is what we're going to do. So we have finished one box. Let's put this one aside. Like I said, we will put the peanuts in it, but we'll put this aside and then we'll get up to the next one. So now here is my bigger box. I'm actually going to join two of these together. I did buy this one from Stanley Packaging, and these are going to be my diffusers that are going in them. The diffusers have the writing on the back here. So, you just got to see what you can fit in boxes sometimes, and I will have some space down the side to put some other things as well. So like I said, to start with, I'm going to pop these in. These ones are basically the same, and I'm going to put a box on top of them and then some bio peanuts in the middle. So that's how I'm doing this, because if I laid this down, like I could actually lay it down, but it's probably not going to fit properly anyway. And obviously two of them may not fit. Oh, actually, there you go. Two of them do fit. They fit perfect side by side. So isn't that lucky? We can actually pop those ones in there for now. And this lady has bought quite a few diffusers, so this is one of my other ones. This is one of my favorite ones. It's an Orchid Passion, and it's just so beautiful. Like, honestly, So nice. I really and truly love that one. And now, so we've got that one there, and let's pop in the other one, which is going to sit in here. And down the side here, I will just put in the other melts that she's also bought, which are these vanilla and peach. If you go back and have a look of some of my other videos, you'll be able to see me actually making the melts if you want ideas. So never use normal standard soy. You do actually need a special blend to do things like that, because the normal soy is just too soft. And then I always give, you know, a sample. So this is just a sample. It's got all the ingredients and everything in it, and it's just basically half a bath bomb, or a little bit more than half. And this is my new one that is called Pink Florist. So I will pop that in there, and that will give them a nice surprise when they open that up and get a nice little gift as well. And we might actually be able to squish that one in there and that one in there, which that is the bergamot, the one I just put in there. That is my bergamot shower steamers. Now, I don't use the menthol flakes in mine. I just decided not to. I may change that. But, you know, I just had people saying they really didn't want it. They just wanted essential oils, which, yes, I know they're not as strong. But that's, you know, you've got to sort of go with your market. Don't always think you have to do what everyone else does as well, everybody. I just thought I would put that out there, because that's something that people say, oh, but such and such is doing this. But, you know, I always say, well, I'm not that person. So, you know, just do your own thing, everyone. So now they are done. I'm going to put the peanuts in the middle. I always put biodegradable peanuts. It's so important, because you really want to make sure that you know, when they open this, there's nothing broken. Because can you imagine if this come broken to them, how are they going to sell this box when the box is all crushed? So we will do that one after. That is another one. And then, of course, we need another couple boxes for this order as well. So here is my next box. This one is going to be big like the last one, and we're going to put some foam pieces in this too. So these ones here are just protecting it a little bit as well. So we will pop one that way and one that way, and we'll pop in these as well. So these are going to be the next diffusers. So this one is Coconut Island, and it has a beautiful coconut and fresh kind of scent of, you know, just a summery fruity scent. It's really beautiful anyway. So that's what's going to go in here for these two here. And then we'll just, these are exactly the same. So let me just pop them in. They fit that way. We figured out, didn't we? They fit that way side by side. And now on this side, they've also ordered this beautiful rose bath bomb. These are like a donut one, and they have just some beautiful florals on top. So we are going to pop these ones in. Let me just double check that there is two of the same one on my list. And then I do have these ones, which is called Love Letters. And this reminds me of that real fun 80s candy that you used to get. And it was like a love heart and had all the letters on it. That's what's on the top of these in beautiful cocoa. So she's ordered 4 of those. And do remember, I'm going to put another box on the top, so I'll be able to put other things in here as well. And so basically these ones are going to sit like this, but I may put a foam piece in the middle just to protect that a bit more. So we'll pop that in there, and I'm going to just pop these last 2 in there, and that way I will be able to literally wrap this over the top. And I know lots of you will be saying, oh my goodness, that you put so much packaging. But honestly, I've only ever had one thing broken. So that's the thing. When you're sending parcels, it's so important to make sure you really pack it well. Believe me, your customers will love you for it. They'll give you great reviews. I have really good reviews, and I honestly believe it's because everything's packed so well, and I do make an effort. But that, of course, needs to go into your price. And I've said this before, you know, I don't sell even a little tin candle. I don't sell that for, you know, $5. On my website, they're like $13. And for wholesale, they're paying like $6.50 or something, because this is the thing, you know, you just have to remember that we've got to make money. And, you know, packaging is a part of money. Stickers are a part of money. Labels are a part of everything. So it's all just a part of packaging, as well as all the cards that you write out and things like that. That's important as well. But like I said, we've got this box, so I'm going to pop this aside, and I will put the peanuts in it later, and then I'm going to show you how I put them all together. Also, you can send them out in separate containers. Don't think that they've all got to be in the same one. They don't. You can send them separate ones as well. So these last items here, I'm just going to get my little black box, and then those two will go together. And like I said, I'll show you how I do everything once I've done this. So I'm going to get going with the last bit, and then I will bring you back when I put all of them together. But before I put them in the box, I thought I'll show you what I'm doing. So this is my little bath bomb called Barry's Daughter. And of course, my dad, his name was Barry. And lots of you know how much I loved my dad, and I still love him. Obviously, he's not here. He's grown his wings. But these beautiful bath bombs, obviously, I am Barry's daughter. So it's a bit of me and a bit of my dad. So this is a peony and blueberry fragrance, which is unique to my company. And then these gorgeous lavender ylang, and these are super popular. I've changed my bath bombs a bit to put them in a box. It protects them during shipping, and they also have foam on the inside. And also when they open it, I mean, this is nice to give a gift. So can you imagine if it's like a teacher's gift? This is a perfect gift for someone's teacher. At the end of the year, you know, when your kids give their teacher a beautiful gift, this way, the kids can just give this really nice little gift, and it's packaged gorgeous for them. So there is 4 of each of those, so I'm going to package these ones up. And the very last thing I need to pop in is they've also bought shower steamers in orange and patchouli. So I'll be adding those to the list. All right, we have totally finished. Here is the parcel, nice and big, and you can see how I've actually wrapped bubble wrap around it. Now, the reason I've actually done that is it holds all the boxes together, because there's 3 separate boxes. Actually, there's 4. There's 4 separate boxes, but I put the 2 black ones together. Sticky taped it all up, and definitely do not forget this amazing thing. So fragile, you must put fragile on it. If you don't, it will just go there broken. And as I said, you know, you just need to do all these steps to make sure that it gets there in one piece. I know you're probably thinking, oh, that's so much money for the bubble wrap and everything else, but once again, you need to include that into your prices, and I guarantee this lady's going to get her thing. She's going to love them because they'll all be in one piece. And this also protects it in winter when it's raining. So that's what I do like about it. So now I'll just go weigh all this up, and this one is going to go over to another state of Australia, and it will be in a gift store soon. So thank you everyone for listening. Make sure you give me a massive thumbs up. I hope you have loved my videos. I'm going to try, now that I have my new microphone, to bring out more and more videos. I'll try my very best for you all, because I know lots of you have been waiting for lots of them while I've been saving up for this little microphone. Anyway, like I said, I'll see you next time. Bye everyone.